It started with a whisper, a click so faint I thought I'd imagined Italiano. I was a house-sitter, staying in this old Victorian home that belonged to a distant, eccentric relative. My only job was to keep the place tidy. Simple enough, right? The house was grand, a maze of dusty hallways and forgotten rooms. But there was one room, at the end of the upstairs corridor, that was always locked. My relative had left a single, stern instruction: do not enter the north-facing bedroom. Naturally, my curiosity was piqued. The door was heavy oak, with an old-fashioned iron lock. I tried the handle a few times. Who's to be sure? It was solid, unmoving. For the first few days, I respected the rule. I explored the rest of the house, read old books from the library, and tried to ignore the pull of that forbidden room. But the house was quiet, too quiet, and my mind kept drifting back to that locked door. What was inside? Family secrets, hidden treasure, or something else? One evening, a storm rolled in, rattling the window panes and making the old house groan. I was making tea in the kitchen when I heard it again, that faint click from upstairs. This time, it was clearer, more distinct. It sounded exactly like a lock turning. My heart started to race. I grabbed a flashlight and crept up the creaking stairs, my footsteps swallowed by the thunder outside. The hallway was dark, except for the sliver of light coming from under the north-facing bedroom door. The door was ajar. My blood ran cold. I hadn't touched it. No one else was in the house. The instruction wasn't don't open the door. It was do not enter. A subtle but terrifying difference. It was as if the room itself was inviting me in. My hand was shaking as I pushed the door open. The room was surprisingly plain: a bed with a pristine white duvet, a small wooden desk, and a single wardrobe against the far wall. The air was frigid, and a strange, sweet smell, like dried flowers and decay, hung in the air. I took a hesitant step inside, my flashlight beam dancing across the walls. There was nothing out of the ordinary, yet a profound sense of wrongness washed over me. I felt like I was being watched. I scanned the room one last time, my light landing on the wardrobe. It was slightly open. I walked towards it, a knot of dread tightening in my stomach. As I reached for the handle, the bedroom door behind me slammed shut with a deafening bang. A spooner on my heart leaping into my throat. I lunged for the handle, twisting it frantically. It wouldn't budge. Locked. But this time, I was on the inside. Panic set in. I banged on the door, screaming for help, knowing it was useless. The house was miles from anywhere. The storm raged outside, muffling my cries. Then, I heard a sound from behind me, a slow, deliberate creak. I turned back towards the wardrobe. The door was now wide open, revealing nothing but a pitch-black void inside. And from that darkness, a low, guttural whisper slithered out, a sound that didn't belong to any human or animal I knew. It said my name. I stood there, frozen in sheer terror, trapped in the room that had locked itself. I was no longer just a house-sitter. I was a guest, and I had a horrifying feeling I would never be checking out. The whisper grew louder, a chorus of voices now, all calling my name from the blackness of the wardrobe. I don't know how long I been in it. The storm has passed, but the door remains locked. And the whispering never stops. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more chills. Stay safe out there.